How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Ty_Drums here, and you guys are watching Watering Alcoholics Reviews, bringing you guys a little comparison today. And this one was a bit of a surprise. Big shouts out to my homie for bringing me this little can of Sierra Nevada hazy little thing. A good classic beer, one that I do like, and it is one of the more popular ones from Sierra Nevada. We've tried it several times here on this page. You guys know we love Sierra Nevada. It's time to put it up against this Early Times what whiskey is this? Kentucky's Finest. I was about to say Texas for a second. Why? I don't know. Early Times, 40% Kentucky whiskey with natural flavors. Bada boom, bada bing. This is what we got here in the house, so we're going to go ahead and utilize what we got. I am also curious because I have been enjoying this a bit more. I liked the sour mash we had previously more than this, I think, but slowly starting to get more accustomed to this bottle and enjoy it more. So we'll talk about that. Ugh. Ooh, I had a shot before this. No hiccups. Okay. Let's crack this bad boy open here as well. Let's take a sip of beer first. That's what we're feeling. That's what we're feeling right now. Nice sip of beer. Cheers, everybody. It's been a minute. It's been a while since we've had an IPA. And boy, when it comes to this hazy little thing, it is refreshing right off the bat. It's got a good mouthfeel to it. Slight bitterness, lots of crispness throughout. Kind of feel it on your cheeks. It's really nice. It's more lively, I think, than other IPAs, other hazies for sure. And I really enjoy that. This almost goes into like session IPA levels of mouthfeel. And this here is a 6.7% as well. Decent ABV to this too. And to top it all off, a nice citrusy, hoppy flavor to boot. Really, the flavor reminds me of a nice, refreshing, like you're out in the lake or a river, and like the sun is nice and bright, and the water is nice and fresh. Nothing but good vibes here from this hazy little thing. I like it. Honestly, because we've been reviewing a lot of these we should go back to reviewing some beers. It'd be nice to get some more variety going here. But anyways, that's for another video. Let's try the Early Times Kentucky's Finest. Cheers. Why'd I do it twice? Anyways, the Early Times. This stuff here is pretty nice because it still has some decent oaky flavor, but it's more light and mellow than some of your other whiskeys. Easy to drink with some soothing burn. Not a lot of burn to this. And it really does nail the whiskey palate. Some would say this is a bit basic, but if you don't like a strong oaky whiskey flavor, then you might actually like this. Honestly, for $16 as well, this plastic jug, it doesn't look like much. But honestly, if you're just looking for a quick, cheap whiskey to bring to an event, this wouldn't hurt. And it's not going to break the bank either. This much liquor for like under $20 is a crazy deal. And if you're looking for something that, is going to taste like whiskey, but without as much of that harshness, this one's not too bad. Let's go ahead and begin with the comparison process here, shall we? Let's start things off with the flavor round, then we'll move into the body round. If we need to go to round 3, that is when I will decide which one of these is better. Starting things off with the flavor here, this is a tough one. I like both of these flavors pretty good, and they're both on opposite sides of the flavor spectrum. This has a nice citrusy overall flavor that mixes well with the hop selection. It still tastes like a hoppy beer, but with that almost lemony, zesty kind of jolt that's added to it. And it makes for a nice, delicious, and also like a entertaining or electric, or it just kind of, it just has a jolt to it that kind of wakes you up, kind of gets you going. I'm trying to find the word for that right now. Like an electrifying light note of flavor. But the flavor doesn't get super strong, and it gets a little bit watery towards the end. That's my only qualm about this hazy little thing. So, personally, I would give the first round win to the Early Times. I like the light oaky flavor of this. It's very easy to drink, and it's easy to capture even some of the slightly sweeter notes in this too, because there's maybe a bit of like caramel or vanilla or something. The mellowness makes it really easy to take everything in. So for this, I will give Early Times the flavor round win. Going into the body here, another tough call because the Early Times does have a really easy drinking sort of mouthfeel. Light, soothing burn overall, not like a harsh bite burn, just really easy to go down. Really nice for people that don't like a lot of harsh burn to their whiskey. You go for this one. But with that being said, though, I think that this has it has more complex of a mouthfeel, and it's doing more, and it's going a bit more above and beyond for this type of alcohol with the mouthfeel presence. That kind of crisp, slight bitterness feeling that cascades across the cheeks is really nice, and it goes nice with the refreshing, smooth mouthfeel down the middle. I think round two is going to go to the hazy little thing, my folks. Yeah, it feels nice and satisfying to drink this. For sure. Very nice and satisfying. And that's what you want out of a beer. And this kind of goes beyond that kind of IPA stereotype of something being like so heavy and hoppy. And this goes into the more bold, refreshing areas of almost like blonde ales or something with more like a session IPA, like I said before, with that mouthfeel. So, it's decision time. Which one of these are we gonna decide? Or, whoa, let's back it up. Which one of these will I decide to be better than the other? English. The whiskey or the beer. Now, it does come down to a preference, but also a mood. I've said this before here on the page, sometimes I'm in the mood to drink beer, other times in the mood to drink whiskey. That'll affect my review, but ultimately, in the moment, that decision should hold. And it's a tough call between these two. I really don't know which one I would pick over the other. So you know what that means. It's time to go drink for drink until I figure out what to think. Nice little rhyme there. I'm not going to go too heavy with the shot. Going to be responsible. Speaking of, have you guys drank water yet today? Or during this video? Because you totally should. It'll make you feel better, I promise. Okay. Let me scoot in a bit. My God, here we go. Cheers. Okay. All right. I made my decision. The winner between the Early Times and the Hazy Little Thing IPA is the Early Times. Gotta give the dub to the Early Times, people. Oh, I'm still getting hiccups. Excuse me. The reason why I take the early times over the hazy little thing is because I like the flavor a bit more. The thing I don't like about the hazy is really what caused it to lose this one. When you get to the end of the sip, the flavor gets very watery, and instead of having that nice lemony citrus kind of like a lemon head sort of thing, it dissipates and you're left with this very watery, hoppy taste. And even though this thing has really good, mouthfeel, over time, when you leave this out of the cold, it will lose that. So this has a bit more advantages. Also, this is, I think for a 6-pack of this, it'd be cheaper than buying this. But if you're getting a 12-pack of these, this will be cheaper. So, hope you guys enjoyed. What is my hair doing? Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Wandering Alcoholics Reviews. I have been Ty_Drum signing off, and as always, remember to pillage responsibly, my friends. Let's go. Take care, everybody.